Yo, what up, y'all? We back. Another episode in the lot, season 2. Before we start, man, make sure y'all tap in. I want y'all to like, share, sub, go follow the page, man, at the_lot_podcast, man. And make sure y'all tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a mother. Man, y'all know the rest, man. So we here, man. Season 2. Got a special guest. I've been excited for this interview since we actually said it. And so we have a writer, music, you write, you have music, a blog. There was a host. I got so many questions, y'all. But I'm staying with season 2 with Melly Starz. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Okay. Appreciate you pulling up.
Definitely.
Man, Melly, for the people that don't know, tell me a little bit about yourself. Like how you got started in music, and what it was like coming up in music and being. Were you from Chicago?
I was originally born out here, yeah. And
okay.
Then I went to Miami, and then now I'm back.
Okay, but I got my accent. All right. So yeah, tell us a little bit about coming up with the music scene here and how it was coming up.
So when I started getting into the music scene, I would say I'm more so growing up. I would kind of listen to music and write like short stories and things like that, but it wasn't really like about the music. I was just like in my little corner of the world, writing and listening to music. And then I didn't really get into like the music journalism stuff until I was like in college. At that point, that's when I started my Music in Melville, which was the original name of the website.
Okay.
And which I've kind of kept the name a little bit. So Music in Melville, it was like a blog style, and what I did was I would break down like popular songs and like what the lyrics meant and stuff like that. So like it would like a popular Kanye song. I'd be like, okay, break down the lyrics and like what those lyrics meant to me. Then that eventually evolved into me doing interviews, like interviewing artists, and then it's just progressed to the chaos that it is now. Yeah. The beautiful chaos, I should say.
So what got you into blogging?
School, actually.
School?
Yeah, we had to do a blog for school when I was doing my bachelor's. So I was taking a blogging class.
Oh, okay.
It was like a night class, and yeah, so that's started Music in Melville.
Do you make music on your own?
No,
so you don't
like
make it?
The only thing I probably don't do.
Okay. So and I know you have the festivals. There's a festival. It's like a foundation festival that I had an abbreviation for.
Oh, the Bitter Jester Music
the
Festival.
Bitter Jester Music Festival. Yes. How did that come about, and how long have you been doing it?
This is my second year working with the organization. They're based out here in Chicago, specifically in Highland Park.
Okay.
But they've been around many years. So that was like a referral from Smokey Smothers. So she had judged them. She was a judge one year, and then she had mentioned me to the organizers. They reached out to me on Instagram, and they were like, "Hey, we're doing this vinyl based on the grand finale. Like, would you be like interested in reviewing it or things like that?" And I was like, it's out of my realm because I'm more in like the hip hop realm, and that's more like rock, like Battle of the Bands, like more in there. But I was like, you know what? I'll try it. Why not, right?
Okay.
They liked it so much that they even last year they're like, next year, do you want to be a judge? And I was like, sure, sure, I guess, why not? And then earlier this year, the organizer, Nick, he was like, hey, can I give you a call? Like, I want to talk about something. I was like, oh man, because I'm already reviewing the second, like at that point I was reviewing the second vinyl for them. So I was like, okay, maybe they just hate the review. And he's like, well, no, we love the review, but I know this is a big ask and we've never done this before, but like I trust your judgment and how you break the songs down and everything, but would you like to be a judge for the entire preliminaries? So instead of one night, which is what most judges do, I'm going to be doing 4 nights.
Okay.
And then I'll be covering the grand finale as media.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you get to be a part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Now
dope.
I have a bigger. This is the first time I've actually talked about it. So, because we haven't technically announced that I'm a judge. Well, I think it's people know that I'm a judge, but I don't think everybody knows that I'm like a permanent judge for every night. And it's really cool because I'll be really able to shape the grand finale. Because each night they have winners and stuff like that, and then that's who goes to the grand finale, and then those kids will get studio time, meetings with like experts, graphics, and all of that stuff. So the grand prizes are like thousands of dollars in like
And goods and things.
and like marketing and producing the music and stuff. So.
That's dope. That's real dope. So, what do you like better? Do you like hosting events, or I know you said that you like manage too. So, do you or do you like writing better?
Writing.
Yeah.
Writing.
So, writing's your favorite hat that you have.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Out of all of them, writing. I guess I'm very introverted, which not most people get from me because I'm so out in the world. But like I said, like Melly Starz is the extrovert and she has to be out in the world, but me, Melissa, is very much like I'm cool to sit in the corner, like not talking to anybody.
Chilling.
So when I'm writing, I don't have to be socialized too much.
So, like with your writing, who's one of your favorite artists that you reviewed and covered?
I was recently asked that. Well, I was asked a version of that, and oh man, there's so many, and I love everybody equally. I promise I do. I would say. I'm just gonna say who's with me today, Dean. Just yeah.
Okay, so give me a little bit about Herb then. Like, what is something that you like about his style of music that drew you to him for him being your that pick?
So I had been covering him for many years. Just like he never submitted to me like officially or anything like that. He would just would send me music. Hey, I'm working on this. I'm working on that. I dropped this, whatever. And he just out of like liking it, I would review it. What I like is like his messaging, his storytelling. It's very conscious, very not strategic, but very well thought out. Yeah. So every lyric, every line, it you can tell that he actually thought it through. Yeah. And then he has like little quirks and little quotes here, and he also references like pop culture and just daily life, and also he's a Chicago rapper, so like duh.
That's right. Okay, I like that. So does that correlate with the Melly's Couch? Is that like part of the reviews, or is the blogging, your writing, is that like two different things?
So Melly's Couch is the interviews that I do. So. Okay. A lot of times it'll be artists that I've reviewed, but sometimes it'll be artists that like just want to come for an interview, but I haven't reviewed their music. So yeah, Melly's Couch is something kind of similar like this. We sit on the couch, we get a little bit of background, talk about music, and stuff like that. Yep. So it's kind of part of it, but it's also like it's a separate thing too.
So do you take your like not like trying to get your spiel or your niche from it, but do you like from your interviews, is that how you come to write the blog, like, or is it like do you hear the music first and then you want to conduct your interviews?
Usually I hear the music first.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So then you find something that you like. All right, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
See, look, I don't know. I be trying to get in depth with it because I don't know. I feel like it's a process to how you do things, right? Because it all one hand washes the other with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because one correlates to the next thing. So I seen that you said that you moved to Miami and you're coming back. You came back to Chicago.
Yes.
So what prompted your move back to Chicago?
A few things. Family. And I kept flying out for things. I would say probably like the catalyst for that, or like the beginning point was when Herb flew me out to cover one of his shows, like his performances. And I had always said the day that somebody flies me out is the day that I made it. You know, that was like a big milestone for me.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, everything kind of just, I kept getting opportunities, kept getting like flying out and stuff like that. And it was just like, well, if I'm flying out every couple of months or almost every month, maybe like it's time to make that move. Because like how we mentioned with Bitter Jester, since I was going to be a judge, I was planning, well, I'm going to have to be here for a month in June. So like maybe in June, I'll like check it out, see if I like it, if I want to move back. But the timeline definitely got pushed up immensely. I think another big thing was working with Maya Storm, because so we worked on her Lyrically Blessed project. I was here in January for like 10 days, like just photo shoots, video shoots, studio time, like really cranking it out as much as possible during that time. And then she was dropping it at the end of March. So I was gonna come back and just kind of fly back and forth to help her with the release and stuff like that. And then I was just like, you know what, let me just book a one-way. And initially I was like, oh, I'm gonna book a one-way and I'll just stay there until the album drops. And then just go back. And then as I started thinking about it, I was like, and then things started to get scheduled, I was like, I'm not going back. And I started talking to everybody, like my friends and family were like, just go, like, just do it. So that began like 30 days of like insanity to try to move while also coordinating her release. It was a long 30 days.
Because I saw you that you've been like, you kind of been vlogging your return back to Chicago.
Yeah.
How's that been? Like, how is the feeling of being back? How's that been for you?
Yeah, so I kind of got the idea for vlogging again with Maya because we started recording everything, like all the behind the scenes and stuff. And I was like, you know what? This is something different. And I want to cherish like every moment and like look back on it, good or bad. And I was like, you know what? I had said I was gonna do, like I was gonna give this a full year. And even though I said it like to the artists I work with, I think it was also a deadline for myself. Like, hey, you're gonna give this 1 year, like one good solid year to prove to yourself that this is the right path. So I was like, you know what? Let's document it. Because, you know, sometimes our memories fade. And maybe a year from now I look back and I'm like, oh, I didn't do enough. So I feel like the vlogs, it's like accountability, and then it's the ups and the downs. And when you look at your past, sometimes you look at it with either rose-colored glasses or with like trauma glasses. So by documenting it and on a monthly basis, it's like, no. This is on film. You felt like this. You did this. This is what was going on. It's been more emotional than I thought or than I expected. Just going through, holy cow, I'm here. Holy cow, I actually did this. But I've had a good support system, so that has helped.
That's dope.
For sure.
And welcome back. Welcome back to the city. So, and I saw you had a show Monday. So was that a show that you hosted?
So no, I work fairly closely with Young Tag, and he hosts shows all the time. So that one I didn't host, but I was there because another one of the artists that I work with, Smokey Smothers, was performing. Okay. And then like I just like to go out to shows, kind of, you know, see what the scene is looking like, network, you know, do my thing. So yeah, I'm pretty tapped in now with like everybody and
music scene. Okay.
Music scene. So yeah, that one I didn't host or have like really but a lot of people thought that I did. They're like, oh, we're gonna go to your show, and I was like, it's not my show, but okay. I mean, I guess if it gets people in the door, sure. And that's what I told like some of the organizers, like, people think that this is my show. And they're like, hey, if it gets people here, it's your show. We'll put you on the mic. You can introduce somebody. I'm just like, no, we don't have to do all of that. I will be doing a show in May, though, Midnight Club. So that one's gonna be my first event that I'm actually like a part of. Yeah. So what is the like? Can you give us a little details on it? Like, what is the Midnight Show entails? Is it just artists performing? Yeah, it's another showcase. It's just got a bigger lineup. It's just a bigger lineup for sure, and it's a lot that's going into it, and again, it's the first one that I've done out here, and I've never really been like in the event hosting space, like outside of, personal events like birthday parties, graduation parties, things like that, but like a showcase with artists and stuff like that. This is definitely the first one, so I'm excited but nervous all at the same time.
those good butterflies.
Yeah.
Excited
yeah,
for it. Okay, that's dope.
Yeah.
So when you being out in Miami, what was that like? Like being out in were you doing music out in Miami, or just Melville? Was it still
That's
out in Miami?
Yeah, like that's where it started, because I went, I did college, I did my bachelor's and my master's while I was out there. And
Okay.
that was during the both times where I started the blogging, and then I was interviewing a lot of Miami artists, DJs. Yeah, so that's kind of where that really started, and then eventually it expanded, where I haven't interviewed artists from like a bunch of places. Well, yeah, like some people would fly in, because Miami's more so for the music scene. People fly in, do what they got to do, and then kind of fly out. So I've interviewed like artists from like New York and different areas, just because they were there for the weekend, and they're like, oh, Melly's here, like, can we get an interview? And I'm like, I guess we'll figure it out. Like, you leave in the morning, I'm sure. So that's kind of where it started. But again, it's like people fly in, fly out.
Right. So was it something that you just like did? Was that like, were you hosting parties out there as well, like events and nothing there?
No. Out there wasn't really, there was events, but it wasn't as many as there are here. Here, I feel like it's like 2, 3, 4 nights a week.
Yeah.
It's almost every night that there's something's going on here. And I'm like, that's wild, because Miami's so known for like partying all the time, and they don't have like events like this. Like, we just have clubs that are open till 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, but not so many like showcases and like opportunities for artists to like just, who are up and coming.
So you think that's why, well, me personally, I think that Chicago is like the hub for everything. Music, the culture, for everything in the world. Like, I feel like it all starts here.
Yes.
Like, and everybody, like, they might take it in some way or form and they critique it, but it all starts here. I don't know, like, people try to say, like, oh no, this didn't start in Chicago. Like, even lingo, the world picks up on a lot of things that come from Chicago.
I would agree. I think it's just Chicago's sometimes overlooked for that. But I think it's definitely like a hub, a mecca, like of just arts, music, anything in the creative space for sure. And then also like, it's so centralized that with the like geographically, that it's pretty, not easy, but like, it's logistically speaking, you could go out to other states and really expand. As opposed to Miami, it's a peninsula. Like, you gotta drive to get halfway through the state, it's like 4 hours. To get out of the state, I think it's like 7 or 8, something crazy. So even to do a tour or something like that, like, you're just driving. There's not like you're gonna have a lot of stops there. So as opposed to Chicago, like I said, it's just centrally located in the Midwest, where you could expand, go to Wisconsin, go to Michigan, go,
all those places.
All those places, yeah.
Yeah, see that's dope. That's why, but I like being here. That's kind of one of the reasons I started the pod though. Like being from this area, like I grew up in Bellwood, so like being from Bellwood, we had a lot of talent, so much talent. Like whether it was sports, music, like, and it was overlooked. Like it was just quiet and nobody had anything in the suburbs. So I'm like, man, like fuck it, like we're gonna start the lot, bring the lot, give everybody an avenue to talk and like to pop their shit. And like this, like with my second season, I wanted to expand a little more, like get with the Chicago people that's in Chicago, and we've been doing pretty good with it. But it came from just not being overlooked. Like I said, it's hella. I know so many talented people. I still ain't even interviewed half the people that I know. They got a lot of talent.
Yeah.
But it's definitely just being from here and not being overlooked. Though I definitely get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I gotta do me a quick ad break.
Oh, ads.
Ad break. Shout out to Rat Patch. Tap in with Rat Patch. If you got a hole in your blunt, your bong broken, you got that 5-pack of backwoods, and you just can't get it, get you a rat. Oh man, yeah, man. Go get you a Rat Patch, man. Patch your blunt up, man. Go ahead, got you a little hole in it. Rat Patch. Shout out to the CEO of Rat Patch, Kaya. Tap in with Rat Patch. Shout out Rat Patch. So, I like that.
I love that.
So, So talk to me a little more. Like, so I know you say you've been working with artists. So like, you managing artists now. Like, how is that? Like, how is managing artists? Because I've been I've been helping artists, and I'm getting into it, and I don't know what I'm doing. So like, for me to what are some, if you was to talking to somebody that's just getting into the game as manager, what would be some advice you would give somebody?
Ooh, advice. Okay, well, I just started, but apparently it's something they say that I'm good at. The jury's still out on that. But I'm just harder on myself than most people. I just feel like I don't do enough, but everybody's like, you're doing more than enough. I'm like, I feel like I just have a bigger vision.
You set the standard high for yourself.
Yeah, yeah. I just have a big vision, and I hope to get them to the vision that I see for them. Advice I would give: know your artist's music and their audience, because once you know what their goals and what their style is, you can figure out how to market them and like what shows to put them on, what spaces to put them in. Okay. That's been the unique part about working with three of them, is that while they're all rappers, they all have a very distinct style and a distinct like goals and just looks and branding. So it's been interesting trying to figure out like, okay, well maybe this show would work for you, but this might not work for you, but this, you know, or like, okay, when we're creating content, we could do this kind of content for you as opposed to you are in a different field. So I think it's just definitely knowing their brand and their music and their goals. Like, I feel like that's the first step, is just really figuring that out, and then you know how to plan around that.
All right, that makes sense. I got you. So what are some of the highs in managing, and then tell me your low?
Ooh, okay. The highs of management would be just them getting to goals that they had been working towards, and like they just needed an extra push. And it's like, oh my God, I've been wanting to do this forever, Melly, and now you're here and it's happening, and oh my God. I love getting those like messages or texts, and like, I didn't do anything. I just like connected you to the right person or stuff like that. So that would be, I guess, a high for me. It's like, okay, cool, I did something.
Yeah. Make you feel good. Seeing an artist smile. Okay.
Yeah, a low would be, I don't know if a low, but I think
or adversity.
Yeah, like a challenge.
Adversity, adversity you faced as being a manager. And how'd you overcome it?
Yeah, so I think the biggest challenge for me is, aside from their personal branding, I also have my own brand. Like, I have Melly Starz. So it's kind of finding the balance of, I want to promote everything they're doing, but I don't want my entire timeline to be just that, because I have all of this other stuff too. Right. So I'm like, that's kind of where it's been the biggest challenge, really, is like, I want to support them, but I don't want my entire like feed or website to just be dedicated to them. So that's been the biggest challenge. So I came up with, I'm still working on it, but like a separate kind of like management page where we can promote all four of us without it just messing up each other's brands or overlapping too much.
Okay, I feel that. That's dope.
Yeah.
That makes sense too. And it's like, being a conglomerate though, like people don't, me personally, I feel like now people forgot the loss of like the art of working together, teamwork.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like sometimes a lot of people like nowadays have just become selfish, and then not knowing that working together is gonna make that vision it's gonna make it come to light, because everybody has a strength. Like, that's the whole part of a team. Like, everybody got a role to play, everybody got a strength, and everybody got a weakness. But my strength might strengthen your weakness, you know what I'm saying? Because I might be able to teach you something that you don't know, and you might be able to help the thing that I've been trying to get over, you might be the person that can show me, because you got that edge on it. But people be like, nah, I don't want to help this person, because they might go before I do. That should like, it shouldn't matter though.
Yeah.
Even if they do, it shouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which is like another thing, is like just kind of getting over that ego stuff. Like, yes, we're all in the entertainment industry, so we have to have a little bit of ego, because we are putting ourselves out there, we're in the limelight, you know, but that's also been an adjustment for me, is working with a team, because luckily, like, aside from like the management, we're all friends, we all have a personal relationship, and it's we all have different strengths. So like, for example, somebody's better at being a stylist than somebody else. Like, I'm like, I know we can do a photo shoot, but I don't know what you're supposed to wear. So cool, we can depend on this person to style. I can do pictures, but maybe you can do it better, or things like that, where we can just bounce off of each other. So that's been really cool, because I haven't had like a full-blown team before.
Yeah.
So now having one, it's a game changer.
Does it make it easier? Does
Sometimes,
it make you?
yes.
It's like a weight lifted off your shoulder.
Yeah.
Because I like, even with me, like doing the pod, like before I started building the team and like getting the people that I have around me now, I was editing everything. Like I had to edit, shoot. I'm sitting down in an interview. It's like, damn, where do I have time to do all of this? You know what I'm saying? But then like getting the people to come in, like, no, bro, I'll shoot this interview. I'll hold the camera. I'll sit in. You just do it. You just worry about editing it. Like, it just was a weight lifted off my shoulders. And it was just like, all right, well, now since you're being able to do this, now I can put my time into here, and now we can network a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It helps you be able to stretch your legs out a little more.
Yeah. And we were talking about this the other day when we went to that event. We're like, damn, when we all go out, like, whether it's 1 or 2 or 3 people on the lineup, like, no one's ever showing up to a show alone or to an event alone. Like, we all really just depend on each other and support each other, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it's even like without any knowledge. Like, I remember one night I was doing a media thing, and like I get so into it that I forget to like drink water or do anything. So literally I had them like, I'm just here like doing the thing, then all of a sudden drink water, and I'm like, where the fuck did you come from? I'm like, oh yeah, I do need to drink water. Yeah.
She worked hard a lot.
He was there, yeah. So because I just, and it's like, even like I said, that's something small, but even today, like having somebody come with me, you know, it's support. Like,
and having it matters a lot. It helps, and it, like I said, it just gives you that. Take that weight off your shoulder where you can just relax, and you know, like, damn, I got somebody here with me, and you feel more comfortable, and you just, you know, you get to be in your mode more instead of just, sometimes, you know, you might be like, damn, like, all right, I'm doing this by myself, like, shit, I might be a little nervous, like, but sometimes, like, if I go somewhere in a pod, I'm like, all right, fuck, I know I'll be networking a lot harder if you know, somebody was here with me, but I still got to get out here. But it's like, fuck, it just take that weight off your shoulder.
Yeah, definitely. And like, even again, you get nervous or something today. Perfect, again, with the water. Apparently I just don't drink enough water. But Eric picks me up and he's like, I got you a water. And I was like, oh yeah, I kind of need one of those. Because I get nervous, and I still, like, it doesn't matter how many years I've been doing this, I still get, like, you know, those anxious butterflies, like, oh my god, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So it's cool to have somebody, again, like, we're a team, so we all just piggyback off of each other.
Teamwork make the dream work.
Exactly.
So I seen that it's BBE, am I saying that right? BBE TV?
Yes.
Is that part of the, like, what is that? What is BBE TV?
So they interviewed me.
Oh, okay, so that's another, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so I did see you on there. Okay, so talk to me a little bit how that came about, the BB TV interview.
So that was Maya Storm reached out to them.
Oh, okay. So
because
been hearing Maya Storm a lot this interview.
I know, right?
Shout out to Maya Storm.
Shout out to Maya. She definitely is. She BBE TV, yeah. So they took a couple of days, and then she was kind of like, "Have they hit you?" And I was like, "No, nobody's, not yet. Like, they haven't scheduled it." Because she just knew Sunday, but like there wasn't any other details or anything like that. And then they did eventually DM me, and they're like, "Oh, you know, Storm gave us your information. We want to interview you, blah blah blah." So they did.
What's dope?
Yeah, they did, and it was cool. That day I had my cousin take me, which is also like my security / chauffeur sometimes.
I saw that you said that, like, you had a security team.
Yeah.
So is that like, did you run the security team? How did that work?
Okay, so it kind of started as a joke.
Uh-huh.
In the family, like a family, like haha. When I started flying out to go to events and stuff, my aunt and my cousins too were very like, you just can't be out in the city by yourself. Even though I'm like a block away from the event space, like they're like, you're not gonna go. So one of your cousins has to go with you. Like, okay, cool. And specifically that night, I went with Trig. Because I'm not going to use their real names, you know. I got to use their security names.
Yeah.
So I went with him, and he just, like, dead, just standing there next to me, just watching everything. Making sure, like, I was cool. And I'm just there doing my media thing, like, saying hi to the people, blah, blah, blah. So then again, we went to another event. This one was with Herb and Cuban, which is my other cousin, and a couple of other friends. And again, my cousin was like standing there, but like watching me. And I'm trying to do my networking thing. He's like, "You've already disappeared twice. What's going on? I need to see you at all times." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm networking." And he's like, "I need to see you." I'm like, "Excuse me." So the next trip that I came out, I made them like these fake security shirts. It was like a joke, like a gag, like just to mess with them. And it was, so I put my logo and then we put top flight security of the world on it, like dead ass. But it was a joke. Like I didn't expect them to wear it. I didn't expect them to take it seriously. So they were upset. So they're like, "This is so plain. You didn't put anything on the front. Like, we need a cooler design." But I'm like, it's a joke. Like, it's actually, like, it wasn't that serious. So they wore it. Well, one of them wore it because it actually fit. Again, it was a joke. I wasn't, like, actually, like, getting them these shirts to wear. So we went to a performance, or Dean's performance, and Trey wore his because it fit him. So it said Melly Starz, and then it was cool because he got like tapped on the shoulder by an artist who I covered maybe 5 years ago, and I overhear my name, and the guy was like, "Hey, are you here with Melly Starz?" And all of a sudden my cousin gets, "Yeah, she's right there. What do you need?" So the dude had to like explain to him like, "Hey, you know, this is what happened. Can I talk to her?" So that was that, and then. But they kept badgering me like, "We hate the design, this sucks, blah, blah, blah." So then my other cousin, she's a graphic designer. So I was like, you know what? I'm getting sick of them like badgering me about this. Let's figure out a new design. So she got a new design. It's, again, my new logo, which is Melly Starz, and then it says security. And then on the front, it's like a star with their name on it.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so it started as a joke, but...
Now you got a full-blown security.
Yeah,
That's dope.
I have 2 here and then 1 in Miami, and then by extension, their friends are kind of like security. But Cuban the other day was like, well, when I sent them the designs, he's like, "I don't need a shirt to beat someone's ass for you." I'm like, I'm aware. So that's my security team.
Well, that's dope. That's good that you have that sense of protection, and have people that want to, make sure that you're all right.
Yeah.
That's good, because I got a cousin. When we go places and he disappear, I be telling his ass, I be like, "Bro, I can't see you, bro." And I be like, "I hate when you do that. 'Cause like, why you always disappear, bro? I'm looking at you 1 second and then he just gone." And I'm like, "Bro, where you go?" And it's just, even if we just going out by ourselves,
Yeah.
just like security is an important thing though, man. You always take care, especially like you say, you're in that limelight. So you always want to make sure you protect it though. That's
Yeah.
good. I like that. So I always ask people to give a gym, right? Whether it's a life gym, a music gym, but give some people a gym that they could take away from Melly.
Oh. And I knew that you were going to ask me this because I was doing my research, and I was like, I'm going to have something good.
Yeah.
And I forgot. A gem that I could give is stay humble.
Okay.
Stay humble and take opportunities.
Ooh, let's go. Let's go. Why? So being humble, and with the opportunities too. So is that like taking risks?
Yeah, kind of like
People
taking risks. Yeah.
I told people that before. That was something I've said to people before. Taking risks, because like you never know what you're gonna get if you don't take a chance on yourself. I think
Yeah.
Mike said best. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you do have to step up and take that chance on yourself and bet on yourself.
Yeah.
Because that's how good things happen.
Yeah.
It might be that small thing that you do. That small thing might be the thing that get you over that hill, because you might be right there at the diamond, it might be right on the other side. But if you don't take that next swing, it's just still gonna be sitting on the other side. You're never gonna reach it.
Yeah.
So that's dope. I like that one.
Yeah, I kind of go back to like a J. Cole line bar. He's like, if you're scared to take a chance, how the fuck we gonna get rich? So you gotta take chances.
You gotta get out
and
there.
stay humble too, because sometimes again the ego gets in the way of taking the chances.
Yeah, you can't get too big headed doing that shit.
Yeah.
You can't at all. That's just not the way to go. So, before we slide though, because
okay.
I don't want to
Oh,
wrap.
man.
You gotta talk to us a little bit, bro. I know you sitting over there. She's mentioned you like 4 times. So I want you to talk. Just give me a little bit, bro, because I would love to interview you as well too.
Yeah.
I want you to slide back. Now you can slide over. This one to pick you up. There you go.
There we go.
But yeah, so I know you say you're an artist. So how long you been rapping?
So officially, I just started releasing music in the past couple years, probably like 4 years, but I've been rapping probably since 8th grade, getting high, getting around the homies, freestyling, you know what I'm saying? You know how that go.
Okay, the right way. So what got you into music?
My pop is he's crazy. He's the music dude in the family, and I don't mean he made music. I mean he listened to everything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
From Disney soundtracks to country to rock, rap. You know what I'm saying? Everything. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up in a house with a lot of music.
Oh, so it's in your blood.
Yeah.
Okay. So we, since we here talking to Melly, working with Melly, what's one of the best things that you like about working with Melly?
She gets the job done, man. She gets the job done.
Yeah.
I mean, she's outside, you know what I'm saying? She's bringing opportunities to the table. And just when you're trying to relax, you know what I'm saying? Hey, here comes something else. Keep yourself busy, you know what I'm saying? So we always working, man. We always working.
Okay, that's dope. That's real dope. So any new projects, anything coming up?
So I got something dropping next week, and I'm working on dropping a project this summer.
Okay,
So around June, maybe July latest.
Okay, good. Man, tell the people where they can follow you, man.
You can follow me on all streaming platforms, Herb Dean, ERBDEAN. Yeah, everything, everything.
All right, well, I definitely appreciate y'all doing this with me. This been Show's Past interview. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I would love a part 2. Just to let you know, so we could definitely. I want to link up again and do a part 2, and I would love to come sit and chop it up with you on your platform too.
Oh yeah, Melly's Couch is coming back hopefully this summer.
This summer, oh yeah, a lot of love to make an appearance.
Okay, we're gonna get that together.
We're gonna set it up. All right, bet. Hey, before we get out, make sure y'all like, share, sub, follow the pod, man. Tap in with _lot_podcast, man. And don't forget to tell a friend and tell a friend and tell them up. Man, y'all know the rest, man. We out. It's the Lot, season 2. Peace.
I love the intro and outro though.
I think Big G made this beat.